On today's Disney Roundup, Disney shares an opening season for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, future investment plans will be going into expansions, and Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes visits Disneyland. I have all that and more for you coming up right here on the DRU.
To infinity and beyond!
I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date with all the latest Disney and Disney Parks news each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. Starting off with parks news, following water testing spotted over this past week at the ride, Disney has shared when Tiana's Bayou Adventure will open at Magic Kingdom. Disney has shared that Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World will be opening sometime this summer. As previously shared, Disney will have dozens of new audio animatronics in the ride, and today we have our first look at those. Disney Parks and Walt Disney Imagineering has shared a first look at one of the Tiana animatronics that will be in the ride, and confirms reports that they will be advanced style of animatronics with very detailed facial movements and not have projected faces like we've seen with others. The Bayou will be getting a whole swamp full of new neighbors, with friendly critters joining the adventure with Tiana. Not only are they musically talented, but they're also resourceful. They built their own instruments from natural materials they found in the Bayou. New signage has been installed on the ride's exterior that says, "Don't forget, book your bands, Mardi Gras season, the Association of New Orleans Square Musicians." Along with that, there is a new decal on one of the walls with Lewis playing his trumpets and with other instruments on it that says, "Come join the party," and now advertises the summer 2024 opening. While a specific date for the opening hasn't been announced as of yet, a summer opening could mean the ride could open as early as June or as late as September. No opening season has been announced as of yet for the ride at Disneyland Park, but Disneyland claims the ride will still open later this year. Over this past week, Disney has further discussed their investment plans for parks and experiences. Over this past week, during Disney's end of quarter earnings call, more was shared on how they plan to go about their plans for the parks and experiences future investments. Previously, it was announced that Disney would be investing $60 billion into their parks and experiences. Now, over this past week, during their end of quarter earnings call, it was announced that 70% of that would be going into increasing capacity. Reminder, this isn't just for the domestic parks, but for all, including the international locations. Nothing further was said on how those would be used or how and where Walt Disney World will be investing their $17 billion they were said to receive last year for future investments. Iger also noted in the call that they have a menu of new projects opening all across Disney experiences every year starting in 2025 for the next several years. A reminder, I also want to mention last year, following Disney's announcement on their future investment plans at the parks and other experiences, they said that the funds they were projected to receive for Walt Disney World and Disneyland aren't projected to come until the back half of this 10-year plan, which means it could be 5+ years before we could see those in Florida or California. And saying these are projected to come doesn't sound like it's a guarantee to happen, so if Disney isn't meeting those projected numbers they thought they would have by then, these expansions, and especially at Walt Disney World, may not be as grand as they're being made out to be. Notice too, we've been getting Blue Skies ideas for the past 2 years now on possible expansions at Magic Kingdom and redoing Dino Land and Animal Kingdom, so given that, it seems Disney isn't ready to commit to any future big projects yet. Let me know in the comments down below though what you're hoping to see out of these future investments. Following his win against the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 58, Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes celebrated in Disneyland. After leading the Kansas City Chiefs to their historic overtime win in Super Bowl 58, Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes dashed over to Disneyland Resort for a fun-filled day full of celebrations and magical moments. For the second year in a row, Mahomes said the famous words, "I'm going to Disneyland." This was the Chiefs' second consecutive Super Bowl win. Mahomes and his family enjoyed rides, while he also joined Mickey and pals in a celebratory cavalcade. This is the third time Mahomes has been named Super Bowl MVP and the third time he has been featured in the famous commercial. Returning in the next few weeks, Disney has shared a reopening date for Typhoon Lagoon. Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park, the tropical theme park, will reopen to guests on Sunday, March 17th. Once the park reopens, guests will get to enjoy attractions like Crush and Gusher or Humunga Cowabunga. Guests of all ages can catch gnarly waves while body surfing in the water at the Typhoon Lagoon surf pool. Once Typhoon Lagoon reopens, Blizzard Beach will close for the time being, with its last day being scheduled for Saturday, March 16th. Now in outside the parks news, finally set to make its return, Disney has shared that 1900 Park Fair will reopen this spring. 1900 Park Fair is reopening at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa on April 10th. This iconic restaurant will feature returning guest favorites along with a newly refurbished dining room and other special touches. In this refreshed character dining experience, you'll be joined by Aladdin in his Prince Ali look, Cinderella, Mirabelle, and Tiana in her new look for Tiana's Bayou adventure as they celebrate the power of a wish. An enchanting buffet will be served for breakfast and dinner, featuring returning guest favorites along with new menu offerings. Just like before, carousel theming is woven throughout the restaurant. In one of the adjoining dining rooms, you'll find drawings of carousel animals inspired by classic Disney films like Alice in Wonderland and The Little Mermaid. Reservations for 1900 Park Fair open on March 5th. For guests using the Disney dining plan, breakfast and dinner at 1900 Park Fair will each count as one table service meal on the Disney dining plan. Now into company news, originally said to be a series coming to Disney Plus, Moana will be headed back to the big screen in a second film. Last week, during Disney's end-of-quarter earnings call, CEO Bob Iger announced that Moana 2 will be released in theaters in 2024. Iger said Moana remains an incredibly popular franchise, and we can't wait to give you more of Moana and Maui when Moana 2 comes to theaters this November. Walt Disney Animation Studios' Moana 2 takes audiences on an expansive new voyage with Moana, Maui, and a brand new crew. After receiving an unexpected call from her Wayfinder ancestors, Moana must journey to the far seas of Oceania and into a dangerous, long-lost waters for an adventure unlike anything she's ever faced. Moana 2 opens in theaters on November 27th, 2024. Set to debut this fall, ESPN will be joining other companies to launch a multi-network sports streaming service. ESPN, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery have reached an understanding on principal terms for a new joint venture to build an innovative new platform to house a sports streaming service. The platform brings together the company's portfolios of sports networks, certain direct-to-consumer sports services, including content from all major professional sports leagues and college sports. The offering, scheduled to launch in fall of 2024, would be made available directly to consumers via a new app. Subscribers will also have the ability to bundle the product, including with Disney Plus, Hulu, and or Max. Subscribing to this all-in-one premier sports service would give fans access to linear sports networks including ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SEC Network, ACC Network, ESPN News, ABC Fox, Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, BTN, TNT, TBS, True TV, as well as ESPN Plus. More details, including pricing, will be announced at a later date. Announced over this past week, Disney will be collaborating with Epic Games. The Walt Disney Company and Epic Games will collaborate on an all-new game and entertainment universe that will further expand the reach of beloved Disney stories and experiences. In addition to being a games experience and interoperating with Fortnite, the new persistent universe will offer a multitude of opportunities for consumers to play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters, and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. Players, gamers, and fans will be able to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom in a distinctly Disney way, and share content with each other in ways they love. This all builds on Epic Games' participation in the 2017 Disney Accelerator program, which seeks to impact the future of technology and entertainment. Alright everyone, well that's you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. That's you for this week, and until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.